Welcome back to the LCS, and ahead of this Clutch Gaming game, let's examine non-standard bottom lanes, because Clutch have actually used it several times. Clutch Gaming, they have really favored the melee bottom lanes, Irelia specifically. It has really helped Piglet and crew pick up 2 of their wins in this split. Now, if we examine the exact team comp here, you'll notice in a lot of their games, they pair it specifically with Huni's top lane, Cassiopeia. It's one of his best champions. He's super comfortable on it. And it does a couple of things. When you pick a non-standard bottom lane like this, the main goal to get out of it is champion variability. In your champion draft phase, you're gonna have a lot of possible role swaps that you can go for, and that can get you winning lanes and big advantages in this area. The other thing, of course, why we point out the Cassiopeia, variable damage types. You're gonna still have AP threats from both of your solo lanes. You don't wanna have a third AP threat, so Irelia, of course, is gonna bring that all in burst damage and an attack damage threat. Now, one other thing you want to remember when you're drafting a bottom lane like that, if it's a double melee, especially, Irelia, a lot of the laning phase does rely on kill pressure, and your jungler might have to work with some special constraints for whatever sort of non-standard bottom lane that you're going to pick. Lastly, one of the big bonuses is that your opponent will not have as much experience in, practicing against this type of bottom lane, because not as many teams are going to practice non-standard bottom lanes. They're mostly going to use regular AD carries. Plus, the other thing is that you can spike earlier. You can hit a power spike on one item for a lot of these other bottom lanes, whether you go with a mage for one AP item completion or something like Irelia that spikes simply on one Trinity Force, and you'll outpace a marksman on the other side that tries to go for Infinity Edge crit multipliers. Now, when your team is positioned at the bottom of the standings, like Clutch is, I feel like they really should feel empowered to continue with that strategy. They find a lot of success on it. It really does break up the meta and give that extra surprise factor. Clutch are currently 2-0 with it, and CLG also generally play a little bit of a slower game, so this strategy could be effective, and we'll see if they employ it in their game coming up. So let's send it over to Azael and Riv.
But what about 2 Trinity Force, Kobe? What if I want to buy 2?
Twice the power.
Twice the power.
Too much power,
Thank you,
perhaps.
Kobe, Professor Kobe, actually, if I call you by your real title. We'll see what the teams break out in our final game of the weekend with Counter Logic Gaming versus Clutch Gaming. And if we turn to the starting rosters, we see Clutch Gaming on the Azul side. It's going to be top lane Huni, Lira coming out of the jungle, Damonte in mid, Piglet in bot with support Vulcan, and Coach McScrag.
And with side selection this match, it's the red side, Counter Logic Gaming. In the top lane, Darshan. In the jungle, Moon, PowerOfEvil in the mid lane. Bot and support going to be Otto and Biofrost with Coach Weldon, and I still don't know how to say that name, Irene. Irene?
Yeah.
There you go.
Playing
I always
from the
want to read
roho.
it Irian instead of Irene.
Hey, it happens. That's because you don't Pyrian. It's not Pyrene.
Yeah.
So
That's
it's
true.
just, it's what the history of you're trying to pull out of your brain vocabulary there. So we'll see Darshan now ready for meditation. Moon's in once again this week. I believe Otto as well at the marksman position for CLG, as CLG is known to be the kind of 500 team at the middle of the split. They were around that position. They find a slump, and then they start to climb out of it. Here, they're trying to kind of manifest that with a few changes. A lot of teams are making switch-ups here towards the end of the split, and CLG has done more positions in the jungle and the AD.
Yeah, I mean, and they're still trying to kind of find their legs, right? They're trying to make sense of what is the best roster that we can bring out. And it is interesting to see the timing of these swaps, because it did feel like they had some decent last couple weeks. You know, they did have some pretty strong performances with Jack's game that a lot of people were pointing out, but certainly they were overall on a slide. They have lost 5 of their last 6 games, so they're trying to shake things up, trying to find what roster will work best. Moon did not have the best performance yesterday, though certainly was misexecuting on a lot of even the mechanical levels, not able to hit some of those flag and drag flashes on the Jarvan. And certainly they did have a pretty tough game where they were very behind very early on against Golden Guardians and did fall in that game.
Both teams coming off a loss from yesterday. We just heard Kobe talking about Clutch and their ability to find strength in those off picks, putting the Irelia in the bot side, getting a few of those different picks into the system that haven't been complete player changes for them, but varying up the way their players take to the game.
And you can see that Cassio going to be taken away. That's a big flex pick for them. And certainly I think Huni's best pick overall. Jace is something that we've seen not only come through in solo lanes, but we've also seen it in the jungle here in the LCS. So targeting some of those options there for Clutch. An early Ashe pick, very interesting, coming in here for auto. Ashe, Tahm, Kench, so just straight up drafting the bot lane into that Alistar. Not going to be concerned potentially about that engage from him with the Tahm Kench standing behind. But Irelia and Lissandra, we could be seeing this Irelia go bot to Piglet. And as Kobe said, he is 2-0 on the pick when they did bring that out. And I think they have had a lot more success with these triple threat compositions than when they're doing kind of more of a standard protect Piglet style of play. We've seen Huni actually playing the top Karma twice, and in both of those games, Piglet really did not perform, I think, to the level that the team would have needed out of him when he was playing Kai'Sa. So would be excited to see if this is going to be an Irelia bot.
Seeing that Ashe come in, Auto has quite a few plays on that from the academy of the last few seasons. And seeing this for Clutch Gaming, like you were saying, the aggression everywhere. You should have Huni winning a lane. Damonte, great laning stats, should be winning a lane. PowerOfEvil, he's up there in the stats, but as you're saying, bring power, more threats for Clutch Gaming is what has been working for them.
Yeah, and giving each of the individual players agency, because I think that all of these guys at their best are playing very aggressive and they see a split-second opportunity, they want to capitalize on it. I think that for a guy like Piglet, you're more likely to have success when you're playing that sort of style on a champion like Irelia, who can kind of make plays more for herself, rather than something that is a scaling pick like the Kai'Sa, where it's often you need to follow up on something or have the team there with you. Those solo plays, I think, are generally harder to pull off.
Misposition plays are a little easier to get out of as well with certain Irelia instead of a marksman. We know people are getting caught out quite a few times in those pivotal moments of the late game. See here, 18 seconds left for a final phase 2 ban. Kennen taken away from Darshan on the top side, along with a mid and jungle for a second phase ban from Counter Logic Gaming at Clutch.
Yeah, so we'll still have to find out, is this going to be, top lane Irelia, bot lane Irelia? We don't really know. Potentially could do something crazy and flex it elsewhere too.
He's still got Karma for top.
Yeah, I mean, we have seen Lissandra top for Huni in the past, not this season.
That too.
But, that could be even going up there, and they still could go for a standard bot lane marksman, with an Irelia mid and a Lissandra top, or vice versa. So a lot of flexibility, and this is one of the strengths that Clutch does really have, is you can sometimes take away a lot of the red side advantage, because how do you counter pick if you don't know where things are going, right? And that is kind of some of the trouble that this team will have. They are going to grab Zac, so certainly a very powerful jungler, but not really a lot of strength in the early levels of the game. You do need levels to get the additional range and cooldown on that elastic slingshot. Then you can start to really ramp up in the power. It's going to be Jarvan and Rumble. So likely Rumble top, I am assuming J4 jungle, Irelia bot, Lissandra mid. This is one of those triple threat compositions that we did talk about with a jungler who can get aggressive to enable it, as well as this Alistar who can be there for those initiations. A lot of dive potential. The Cataclysm plus Equalizer combo, also very strong there. And we'll see what Darshan is going to want to try to play into this Rumble, who is known as one of Huni's best champions and a strong laner. It's going to be the Aatrox coming through.
Interesting. That Zac pickup I was looking at makes me think that they want to find Vulcan somewhere. Not a lot of teams have then been giving Vulcan to Alistar the last few games they have, but he gets the roam off when he's with that Irelia for Piglet, and then Piglet can stay by himself. They find Vulcan alone all throughout the early game with Zac. With PowerOfEvil, they can start off really nice and just tearing apart the strategy Clutch wants to create.
Yeah, definitely the case, and Biofrost is going to be trying to match those roams, to your point, playing the Tahm Kench. He's going to have, especially post 6, using the Abyssal Voyage there on Tahm Kench. We'll be trying to match those roams, match the plays that they are trying to pull off. This is going to be an exciting one, though. Both of these teams have been on a bit of a slide and struggling to try to climb their way back up into this playoff picture. Wins like this are so incredibly important when you're playing these teams that should be some of those easier teams in the standings. You can't afford to drop these games.
If Clutch wins this, they are tied at 5-9 with Clutch or Counter Logic Gaming right now. So it just goes to show where the clump in the standings is, and teams how they're moving up or who's just below them. And you think Clutch is actually right there with CLG. Well, let's see what they can do. Counter Logic Gaming with those subs, as we said, also looking to put a mark here on the second half of this spring split. Auto in the marksman position with Moon back in the jungle. We'll see if they fare well today. With a loss against GGS yesterday and Clutch's loss against FlyQuest, both teams looking to end the weekend on a victory here. We're about to be on the rift for Clutch Gaming versus Counterlogic Gaming.
Pretty interesting stuff already to kind of point out, even just in the rune and summoner choices. You can see that it is actually heal Irelia. More commonly, I've been seeing in these sort of matchups, you give the ignite to that melee player, you put the heal on the support, and also it's Grasp Rumble for Huni up in the top lane. So wants that additional tankiness and perhaps the ability to kind of brawl with that Aatrox in the early levels, feeling that since it's a melee versus melee matchup, he can get enough procs there for it to be worth it.
And we have a sideline report with Weldon. CLG's coming into this game.
Thanks, guys. Weldon, we saw Moon and Otto come in this weekend. Why were they the pair for these games?
Well, we've been training with them all week, and we just made that decision based a little bit on the champion pools and just how productive training has been on both squads, with all 4 people kind of like swapping around to improve their leadership and their shot calling. And so since we've been training with them all week, we have stuff that we think will work really well into GGS and Clutch.
What do you think they add as a duo to this team?
Definitely, Osama's a big talker, and our Otto is a big talker, and so he does a lot more, shot calling from the AD role. And Moon is just a really big planner. He likes to have very planned out games, and he's really good at communicating that.
Well, thank you, and best of luck to you and the team. Back to you guys.
Yeah, very interesting to hear, bringing in some additional voices into the team. Moon perhaps with some of those planned out routes. We can see if that's going to kind of come to fruition here. And Otto, perhaps one of these pre-planned picks that he has been preparing is the Ashe, which we're certainly seeing not very much in the LCS these days. It is someone who he's going to have to position very well on because there's a ton of dive, and that's a low mobility champion, but they do have the Tahm Kench to back him up.
Absolutely. You also have Moon and Otto coming from the Academy team. Now I have Talk Shot for you. I'm a vocal person. I'm going to be able to call out what I'm seeing. It also gives Otto a chance to sit back. And as Ashe, you're kind of a surveyor of the fight. You're not in there blasting people. You're volleying and calling out the shots. So I think it suits him well. It's probably why we see him on it in that Academy league quite a bit. Damonte, obviously eating a few orbs as we start things off and get the lane pushed. No real worse for wear there for either mid laner. It is no ignite. No, teleport to cleanse, so not real aggression here to get the first kill off.
Yeah, you're pretty much almost always forced to take cleanse against that Lissandra, or just accept that you're going to die at level 6 pretty much. So, going to be able to take that, and that will give Damonte TP advantage. This is not triple TP. There's not a TP coming in the bot lane for either side, so Clutch will have an easier time kind of controlling those side lane waves since they have the additional teleport. And they also very likely are going to be setting themselves up for some sort of a split push plan as you get into later stages of the game with this Irelia and Rumble and Lissandra anyway. So it'll be interesting to see how they decide to play that out.
Just kind of sorting together what CLG has put on the table here. They also have 2 death denials in Zach and Darshan. So as we were saying, they have a chance to get some dives in and get this composition a little more nitty gritty than you're.
And you called out the hawk shot, and it was actually Otto checking out his own quadrant, checking out that bottom side blue jungle. They saw that Jarvan wasn't stealing away any of those camps from Zach, so Zach is just safe to then finish his clear on top side, go down, and clear up the rest of these camps. You can see all the vision that Clutch has actually put up in there. They actually had all 3 topside camps warded out at a point there, so they're trying to make sure that they don't lose track of where Zach is, that they can match him anywhere he would potentially go. But Moon, I think, is going to be pretty happy if he can just have a full clear without running into Jarvan, without really having any big issues there, despite the fact that Lira will grab both the scuttles.
As ward lines go, before that Raptor camp cleared, that was a nice ward line.
Yeah.
As ward line, yeah. It feels weird to say that, but I liked it a lot.
I mean, it was really good, right? And these things make a massive difference.
Absolutely.
In how your team can even play out the game, right? It's not even just about the soul laners knowing Zach is there to avoid them. It's about this bottom lane, being able to kind of try to play more aggressively, knowing where the Zach is too, and it really does affect how everyone else can play on the map.
CS call, 30-20 on the top side between Huni's Rumble and Darshan's Aatrox. As we see Huni obviously just flame spitting everything into the turret, so Darshan has to farm under that pressure. You see standing toe-to-toe under the turret. Damonte gets hit up, but there's no mana for PowerOfEvil. You just got to be careful of all the caster minions that are firing off at him as Moon coming around the corner.
And it's also worth noting, this is after Damonte's TP, and he could be in some trouble.
Ooh, the sidestep. The Frosty feed. He stays cool on that one, and Moon's going to be seen. A little bit of information for Lira to work with as they go hard on the bot side. Biofrost trying to get himself to safety. Great health is there, so they can obviously turn this one around for a moment. Both junglers are just on the edge of the fight. Moon's going to be starting to rear back that elastic slingshot, and Lira is waiting for that exact thing. Biofrost low. They get to Defiant. Ah, no, he's not going to get the flawless duet extra hit there. And now it's back onto Auto. He's going down as this extended fight is going coast to coast from one end of the lane to the other.
So well played there by Piglet and Vulcan, finding the 2v2 plays that they can make. The junglers get involved, but Clutch was winning that 2v2 so heavily, and they waited out the gray health, actually, dashing back. They get out the heal, they get out the gray health, they hold on to their summoners until after that has expired, and they're able to go back in and get that kill. It is Lira that picks it up, but certainly going to be feeling really good about their position now.
See this again in the extended early fight.
So this is after they've already forced out heal from the Ashe, as well as the great health from Biofrost. So Biofrost does have to get out of there. And you're thinking this may be able to get turned around, but Vulcan still has the combo, still has the Ignite, knocking Auto back into certain death as Lira arrives.
I feel like Biofrost should just turn around, licked him, and devoured it. Maybe that was down from saving. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, probably did grab
They know
it up.
the cooldowns,
It's
yep.
such a long cooldown, right? 28 seconds
the
at
early
rank
game,
1 in the
W's
early
never
game.
up.
So
You're right.
very rarely up, and not sure they would even have the damage even if he did devour him. So either way, very well played here from Clutch. We have seen CLG get a bit of an advantage in the mid lane with those summoners down. We'll see if they can actually get back and try to punish Damonte, but now with this early Sheen buy from Piglet, that is even more all-in potential. And these guys are gonna have to play really safe. You're no exhaust, no flash on the Tahm Kench, no heal from the Ashe to help him out, so they could even just target the support and try to train him down.
You really want to use that Ashe for utility in the bot lane right now, not for Clutch's utility. I don't want to be picking up gold over and over, so CLG has to put a few more wards down there, keep it safe. They expect Lira to have a few more attempts at that lane. Blue buff transfer always feels nice to not have a jungler that needs that resource, so PowerOfEvil is going to be able to pick that one up and start shredding down the mid lane minions here as he's falling behind just a little. He'll be able to actually pick this up and be on par.
Yep, exactly. Going to be pretty much dead even here, so feeling pretty good in that regard, and maybe actually going towards a tier. I mean, he is sitting on double Fairy Charm,
I saw
double
that
Dark
spring
Seal,
by.
and the Corrupting. This is about as much kind of laning power as you can get. There's so much mana in the kit with that because you're getting flat mana on both of the Dark Seals. You're getting the mana regen as well as the increased healing from that for your Corrupting Potion, and then double Fairy Charm plus a blue buff. So he should really be able to spam it out non-stop, and very likely trying to fight really heavily for lane priority, but it is Clutch making the invade. 3-man on that top side. We'll see if CLG wants to fight.
This topside vision has given Huni such an easy time to farm, such an easy time to keep Darshan pushed up the turret. And again, now they're investing pink wards into that territory with more of their trinkets, and it's not going to stop. They have full vision on Moon constantly.
Yeah, I mean, these wards, as you're talking about, are giving them a lot of freedom, right? There are these multiple wards, and again, Zach is, actually being spotted out. You can see he's clearing out a ward here, but there's another, over by him on the other side, and you're not really going to be able to actually clear all of those very safely. So this is allowing Huni to push up. This is allowing them to make those collapses and try to take away red buffs, try to attack the Zax's resources, who they want to be able to hold down. It has resulted in an experience advantage for Lira, but it's not monumental just yet.
Vulcan going in, looking to get a quick headbutt and then lock up onto Auto as they fire back with Rangers.
And that's now no flash for the Ashe, so that is very, very dangerous for him. If they can wait till their next combo is available, you have flash, ignite, you have level 6 on Irelia, and if they misplay this at all, if they use their Devour at a poor time, that can easily be a dive on the Ashe.
Good pink ward vision across the map. That happened because Vulcan was able to walk right through a brush that CLG actually has warded, but denied because of that pink. So losing little bits in each lane is really giving Clutch a mid-game that they love. See if Huni can get participating in any of the fights. If they do have them, always like to see his rumble at work. Moon picking up more of that Raptor Camp 57 to Lira's 60. Both junglers providing a little bit of assistance in each lane. Lira, however, coming up with that advantage as they went towards the bot side and took down Auto.
Trying to set up potentially to go for that again is, again, Ashe is without flash, but Biofrost is going to try to just hold on to the Devour to make sure that they're not able to force that out without committing their ultimate, without committing those all-important spells. So we'll see if they're going to be able to, and stopwatches will be coming online here very shortly, which is going to give additional kind of power and safety to some of these players. Damonte, you know, with that early stopwatch on Lissandra, certainly the ability to dive deep and try to force a play. And Biofrost is going to have one here as well.
Oh, I'm sure they love the fact that Vulcan just went full in on that. Moon won't go in just yet. Maybe they feel that Lira is a bit too close, and that was their attempt of a fight. CLG is going to hold true for this one. PowerOfEvil heads back to lane, and no fight will come, or I should say dive, of that aggression. Otto can now push up a little bit to get the shots onto Piglet. I'm waiting for him to go hard on this. We're still waiting for that level 6 to activate here for Clutch's side. They're going to hold off for now. Very patient play. More patient than I would like.
Yeah, very patient indeed. You know, they weren't sure exactly where the Jarvan was, so as you say, don't want to fully commit to it, not knowing if he'll be behind them, and they weren't able to spot him out with the hawk shot. So they knew he wasn't down there at that time. We'll see if he wants to make his way down now, as Biofrost has based, but it will be Clutch resetting on the map as well, and it's Biofrost looking like he's heading towards mid. He does have the Abyssal Voyage if they can actually find a potential play here. I wouldn't mind seeing Clutch go for something like an early Rift, though, since both of your soul lanes are kind of pushing in, and it feels like they do have priority right now. It's CLG just trying to get vision back on this bottom side.
Oh. So claw from Damonte as he gets himself into some scary territory.
Yeah.
And here's the roams now, where Vulcan starts to leave Piglet. They get him down. They now start to get the Lira Vulcan roam going on, and we'll see if this is where they can get the Zac into play and Moon to the initiations.
I mean, as funny as it is, one of the best ways to actually enable a potential kill on Auto may be roaming for Vulcan, because if Tahm Kench matches the roam, Ashe cannot match up 1v1 against that. So you see, he's going to have to come mid.
One to the front line, one to the back line. Vulcan and Damonte are going to be there together. And it does look like Moon's going to come out of this situation very happy. A fight between Darshan and Huni as well, as Darshan throws on the World Ender. It looks like everybody else is going to get out of this fight quite safely. The harpoon hits, but Huni will not continue as the equalizer is down. A flash in the end there as things are touch and go here under Rift Herald.
And meanwhile in the bot lane, it's just Piglet shoving it up with Irelia. Gonna get a third turret play here. Has the Sheen, so able to actually get a lot of bonus damage onto that turret, picking up a lot of gold. It is the Abyssal Voyage coming in, but he should be able to walk it out. And that was really the edge from, so Vulcan roams, Biofrost then must match.
Yeah.
And now Otto cannot even show up bot lane without a flash because he'll just get dove by Piglet. He will kill you 1v1 every time there on the Irelia. So certainly getting some nice advantages there, and they still end up coming across with this Rift Herald, and it's just so much vision over here on the map. You can see this whole area is just polluted by wards. Absolutely, this whole circle here, absolutely covered with vision. You know, there's no way in really for CLG. They have no eyes on anything. You even try to approach that area to get vision in the pit, and you can get jumped on.
But Isaac, that felt like the greatest initiation. We got him on the roam. We got the Zac initiation. And as soon as Lira got popped up, you see the backline get hit by Vulcan. Unfortunate timing, both teams on the same page, just somebody had better writing in it.
Yeah, and one team had more kind of solo lane priority, right?
Yeah.
It has been the Rumble keeping Darshan under his turret the whole game, and you can see Darshan just taking too much damage. He's gonna grab this Negatron here, and perhaps building that into a stone plate or something later on. But you know, because he did not go for something a bit more defensive early on, he's gonna kind of get punished.
8 or 9 wards in that circle you just hit. It's
a lot.
PowerOfEvil and the team have been able to get one over towards the blue buff, so they have an idea of when timing might happen for Clutch. They need to get something of an idea of where their next move is. Here, obviously, staring down the eyes of their enemy in bot lane. Piglet and Vulcan going to push on this one, and Lira on that pink ward to keep himself safe for the side initiation.
Yeah, you can see both mid laners roaming down. Zac deciding if he wants to go in here, and he's gonna go in.
Holding one, make a kiss. Piglet's gonna get out of that one. It hits Vulcan actually, and they're gonna be able to get to safety quickly on that. I think he was holding half of it to see if they reacted. When Piglet didn't, they said, we want this. Now they have vision on Moon, and Clutch Gaming can do a little bit of their own dance to see what they can get out of CLG.
They do at least get the flash out of Piglet there, so not too bad by any means, but it does cost them a couple ultimates and may start this dragon now for Clutch, who, knowing with the ultimates down, they should have more combat power immediately. Will be another dragon, rather the first dragon of the game, going their way.
Make them fast. Gotta go quick. We'll help Lira get around the map. A little more of these initiations as well. We get ward clearing going on now. Turret plate's going down. Clutch picking up a whole heck of a lot of gold on that one. We're at 23,500, so 21.3. as they are looking good and ready to move to the next lane.
I would have really liked to see Lira drop the Rift, though, before turret plates went down, because he could have gotten, you know, an additional couple turret plates, which is more guaranteed gold. Yes, he still can kill off a turret, but you're missing out on, you know, generally you get 2 turret plates guaranteed with the Shellys. That's 320 gold. That's like a free kill that you kind of missed out on just by delaying the usage of it. And you know, to be fair, he obviously didn't feel comfortable dropping it with Zach around and perhaps all these interrupts, but I do think that they could have set up a situation in which he would have been able to get that down and get some bonus gold for the team.
Pings towards the mid lane. It looks like they're going to bring Lira up to do a little bit of aggression. Low on mana, though, so him showing may activate Moon and the rest of the team to go in. Huni's just on the side. They think they can get this pick off quick, maybe. Gonna get the equalizer down. This is actually full lane pressure across the board. Yeah, Rift Herald ultimate, gonna be worth it is what they're saying. And they are indeed right. Mid goes down, the map is open for Clutch.
Yeah, and it's honestly just a nice roam from Huni. You're dropping the equalizer, you're probably not gonna ever get the kill there, but it's forcing PowerOfEvil to respect a potential dive and back off, which then allows the Rift Herald drop from Lira to get them that first turret, and it's now 2 turrets, 2-0 for Clutch. They have a nice early game advantage here. Can start seeing them move around the map and potentially try to knock down the last outer for CLG as well, and even extend that gold lead further.
That's more of the Huni I like to see, where he's saying, now I'm a little bit more Huni for the team. If you just go down mid, drop your equalizer, head back towards top, perfect. TPing out of lane to lose minions was not working. Still has to be a powerhouse. He hasn't gotten kills this game, but his impact has been felt on the map.
And that's one of those things you're talking about, where sometimes you have to kind of be measured, and you feel like, okay, I want to play for the team, I'll just TP bot, I'll help them out. But if you put yourself too far behind as a result of that, it's not actually a net positive play for your squad. So you certainly have to be wary of that push and pull. Be greedy when that is what benefits the team most.
Piglet pushing up, but he knows he has that safety. Ooh, looking to play it goal side. Arrow just misses, actually popped Piglet up. He might have walked back into it. A lot of damage going down as he dashes back into safety. Ultimate coming in from PowerOfEvil. Is it going to be enough as Moon gets himself in? PowerOfEvil gets one last orb down to get the kill for himself as Vulcan makes it out ult on. But CLG finally get an attack to work. They're going to push down bot hard. What is Clutch doing now?
Yeah, not a lot. I feel like Damonte should have just kept pushing mid. There's 4 bot, and he's just taking Raptors, it looks like. Instead of just perhaps getting some damage up on the tier 2, but Darshan, this ultimate's gonna expire and they can get this dive down. Lira should wait for it. Oh!
Unlucky.
The perfect timing there from Lira. Right as the ultimate expires, Darshan just gets dunked, and they should be able to knock down this turret here as well. So they do trade the turret back, but it is a kill for CLG. And a good aggressive play. You want to see them being proactive with these ultimates. So despite the fact that it was a pretty costly play, 4 ultimates, some summoners involved, all those members down on the bottom side, they do at least get something.
All right. There's the Triforce Spike, like Kobe said. 1 item on these champions that are in that usual marksman position. So Piglet now is quite scary, the side of CLG. We'll see this engage down towards the bot side. The arrow just missing.
Yeah, not quite able to hit. That was very, very close, though. Maybe could have waited a split second to see if Moon hits his knockup, then try to go for it. But the nice scatter of the week from PowerOfEvil, full ultimate, finishes him off with the Q, and Vulcan barely able to get out of there with the ult of his own. But a good proactive play from CLG down on the bottom side of the map. They are still down a few thousand gold, but they have a strong composition, which is going to be tough to team fight into in the later stages when this Ashe is kind of being kept safe by the Tahm Kench. But for now, it's Clutch that runs the show. Not only do they have the gold lead, but as you pointed out, Triforce for Irelia, and you will take that Irelia with Triforce 10 times out of 10 against a marksman who's also on 1 item. So you really got to be very, very careful about how you navigate this situation as CLG, because if you get caught out by any of these individual members who are all on their 1 item power spike or more, you are going to go down quick.
Gotta keep continuing to look for Clutch in the warding. Make sure they're doing a little bit more. We know they're a team that loves to fight, but they let a few of the smaller things and fundamentals go to the wayside, and that's how they get bit in the backside as they go for this aggression. Mid lane, seeing a little bit of that flavor right now as the arrow comes through. Vulcan's gonna out of that one.
Nicely done.
Yeah, he pops up Moon before he hits the ground.
That was actually so sick from Vulcan, so quick on ulting out of the Ashe arrow stun that he's able to then save himself and knock Zach out of the slingshot, avoiding that stun as well. So that was honestly so well played by Vulcan, who really has impressed me, specifically on the Alistar. Some of the mechanical plays that he has pulled off on this champion have just been sick.
But teams try to take it away. He knows what he's doing. The early roam and the pressure that he can create along with Lira has been fantastic. And now 20 minutes into the game, big objectives up on the map in Baron. And CLG's pushed back for now. I don't think we're going to get any of that Baron fight just yet, but the vision will come up soon. And man, would it be tough to fight Clutch Gaming at that right now.
Yeah, you got to be really scared of that. And the question for Clutch is, how do you set up to close out this game? Do you go into 1-3-1 immediately? Do you try to vision bait around a Baron and then hard engage? You know, they have a number of different options. For now, it looks like they are setting up for a 1-3-1. You do see Irelia going topside. Rumble's going to go down to the bot. They're going to try to get all of these lanes, you know, pushing in the right direction. And that will be their setup. That is going to be how they're trying to establish this pressure. And now, as you can see, look at this mini-map. You shove up the mid lane. You shove up the top lane, and then you can go from there over to the Baron pit and try to establish vision in that area. You have that pressure. CLG is then forced to respond to those minions, and that allows you to then have safe access to clearing out the wards, knowing you're not being engaged on, because you can see them clearing your...
Yep, much easier to thread back and forth through their jungle instead of the river. Such a short amount of time to make it happen. 4K gold lead for Clutch here, as they start to hone in on the possible win. Huni getting himself a Void Staff next, as he had to put some Ninja Tabis in there for Darshan's damage. But he says, I'm still the guy that does, 492 DPM for top laners. That's insane.
Yep, and the equalizer going to be dropped there for Huni. Does push PowerOfEvil out, but not really a lot done to him. He's able to kind of retreat there pretty easily, so just kind of using it for pressure, right? This has been a fairly slow-paced game. You can see what Clutch is trying to do. They are invading this side of the jungle, establishing the vision control. This is all really their area right now, and it's going to be CLG who has to try to step in and fight for that, but you risk getting engaged on.
PowerOfEvil cleanse right away. He's still slowed. He's in the fight. Tries to get help from Biofrost. Throws down the Zanyas. PowerOfEvil's still going to have to come out of that Devour, and he goes down. Lira's trying to be safe on the outside of the fight. Biofrost has the gray health in. Auto just firing in the volleys to keep Clutch at bay. And we saw the bot lane fight not going in Darshan's way either, as Huni still pushing up.
Yeah, just really good stuff there from Clutch. They take full vision control, and
Oh
Darshan
my
getting roasted.
word. Charge just a little bit on the outside. Darshan's gonna have to back up from that. And Huni, he's feeling good. This is a wheelhouse champion. He knows exactly what's going on, exactly how far he can push himself at any itemization on that run.
Yeah, he definitely does. And if you're looking from CLG's point of view, it's these three members that you're trying to take down. 3 bounties to grab up for yourself. 1,600 gold off of those 3 kills. If you can get a successful team fight, you're saying, all right, we can pick up those bounties. We can close that gold lead very quickly, but they can't afford these sorts of mistakes where they knew they had no vision in that side of the jungle, and PowerOfEvil was trying to clear that wave very far up. So you have to get eyes on where these members are, either through using a concerted effort to clear into that jungle and get some vision back, using a hawk shot from Auto to make sure that you're safe to actually step up past that Raptor pit. They didn't do either, and as a result, they do get punished, but Clutch not taking anything too much from it. No turrets went down, no Baron went down.
Yeah.
And this has given them a brief respite where they can actually retain some vision in that area. You can see there's some pink wards out now in that top quadrant, and they're trying to fight heavily for it.
Clutch feel very good in being able to put security around their vision right now. And for Auto, the hawk shot is useful, but now it's kind of a diminishing effect. You use it, you know they were there, but there's going to be another 20 seconds before they're on your side of the map and making something happen. So it's almost like that's out of the game plan for them. It really just needs to happen with PowerOfEvil on a catch. Moon being there, it's going to have to be a shock and awe play, and I feel like Clutch is ready for that.
Yeah, they definitely are. That's the kind of play they want, right? They want to opt into these crazy
Bring it on.
fights, and here they go.
They're going to do one themselves. Biofrost gets knocked out and chilled up all alone. That's going to be the mid turret going down as well. Darshan will waltz on by to make sure they don't take any more out of the yard. And it looks like PowerOfEvil's towards the top side as they're trying to get the push. Even when CLG and the rest of the team are trying to get these lanes out, Clutch is finding that as an opportunity to engage.
Exactly, and that was really well done. They push out both the side lanes, then CLG has to respond to those. CLG doesn't want to walk past the river because they know they were going to lose these 1v1s. They're going to lose these individual battles. That allows all of the Clutch members to just collapse on that mid lane, to dive, not only killing off Biofrost, but critically, that's the flash down for Autumn. That means he is much more vulnerable in the ensuing fights. The Infernal is coming up. That's another big window of opportunity for Clutch, and I think CLG knows it. They probably aren't even going to try to contest this one.
The Assorted Dragons, now Infernal going on the Ocean and the Cloud that Clutch is working with. A great game for them, and now it's to keep that up, keep that momentum up. Do not let the pace fall down at all to where anywhere CLG, or for that matter, any team could get back into it.
Yep, and while they are going to give up that Infernal, you could see Auto shot the Hawk shot to see that the Dragon was happening, and then they took that time to get in and get some vision, but it is Clutch going in. Here comes Piglet.
Vulcan just one-manning the 3 start here on the initiation. He's going to go down really fast. They're trying to get themselves onto PowerOfEvil and Darshan. PowerOfEvil's on the back line, keeping himself safe. World Ender goes down. Piglet slowing the entirety of CounterLogic Gaming, and here comes Clutch as the cavalry. Darshan coming up from World Ender. The burn is on, and he's going to go down. Otto's on the back line trying to spit in the arrows, but it's not going to be enough. PowerOfEvil gets jumped on. He's in the Cataclysm. He's cooked up, and the kills coming in from Huni is a triple.
Yeah, they're just going to get an absolute decimating fight here. They get the ace, and they can go straight over to Baron. Lira, Huni, and Damonte will remain standing. And that did not look like a good start to the fight for Clutch as Vulcan went in so early, but they're able to collapse. They're able to capitalize on some really big plays there from the rest of the Clutch Gaming squad. They're going to get the Baron, and they're going to be massively ahead of CLG. This is closing in on an insurmountable lead.
I think these are the games we begin to remember of Lira and Huni, or Lira doing plays and Huni making plays, but now together, 4-0-2 for Huni, 3-0-6 for Lira, 100% participation in everything around the map, and here it is again.
And they just look like a different team when they are all enabled on these kind of solo picks. They can make plays for themselves. Vulcan went in very, very early here, and good job by Moon to actually kind of peel off the Irelia. Vulcan will go down, but they say, we can actually still fight this. And then you'll see all of CLG coming forward into this small corridor there. They get wrapped up, all disarmed by the Irelia ultimate into the stun on Auto. He has to get devoured out and then track Huni. As Auto is out of the devour, Huni just drops the equalizer onto the Ashe here, roasting him up, knowing his flash is down from the earlier play on the mid lane. Getting the triple kill there, turning around, and they can get the ace. So CLG really getting overeager in that corridor. And these are the kind of plays that you could not turn around a fight like that on a marksman necessarily for Piglet, right? You don't necessarily have the individual agency to pull that sort of thing off, and I think it just works better for their style. All these guys are seeing their own plays and going for them, and they're on champions that allow them to do so. They're looking great.
Yeah, their moment of reposition is actually the moment they still want to be fighting. No repositioning for Clutch. They're in the right spot at the right time, and they're all behind each other when it happens. 28 minutes on the clock. They drop turret. They drop tier 2 on the top side as well as bot, and they are just making quick work of CounterLogic Gaming structures. Waiting in the shadows now. CLG can only place the pink wards inside and just outside the wall of their base. As Moon goes in for a few futile attempts at the engage, he knows he'll stay alive, but they can only do so much to pressure Clutch back.
Yeah, I mean, they are just being pushed in on all sides. You can see all these waves shoved all the way up here. Mid lane, bot lane, top lane, all pushed in. They're being pressed into their base, and they have no vision.
Moon once again gets knocked back, should be able to walk out of this one. Frost, Darshan, Auto cannot make it happen. He abducts himself into the base along with the members of Clutch and goes down to the hands of Piglet. And now they just dance left and right, waiting for the next member of CLG to step too far out as the inhibitor turrets are falling right in front of their eyes.
Vulcan is just making this Zac pick look worthless. He is rejecting every big engage coming through from Moon. The base has been cracked, and CLG looking like they're in shambles at this point. No jungler, it's a 5v4, you're losing your second inhibitor, and they don't really have any chance of fighting. They at least went for it at the inhibitor and tried, but Clutch more than able to handle it.
Piglet is just slicing through any of these structures right now. Not even a Mountain Drake to have as well under the belt, and they will back for another bye. As we said before, 4-0-3, 3-0-6, and 2-0-5 across Huni, Lira, and Damonte. Clutch needed to activate all across the map. This might be hard to do for them every game, but they're definitely seeing what can happen when it does and how they can get to this point. This game is big for them.
And I think people are going to have to just start banning the Irelia. It's just been such a critical pick for them in enabling this sort of playstyle. This is the third game for Piglet on it, and looking like it's going to be 3-0 on the pick. really performing well with it. Clutch is just very, very flexible in the draft. I think that takes away some of the red side advantage as well that CLG had in selecting that. And they are now closing in. Super is going to be pushing up top, mid, and bot. They are looking to kind of corral CLG into the base and potentially finish up this game.
But wait, one last wolf camp.
I mean, you could also see some big buys coming through. They have double GA, you know, GA on your Jarvan, GA on that Irelia as well. Those are critical team fight items that allow you to play that much more aggressively for that final fight. To dive in with reckless abandon, to try to sacrifice yourself to take down an Ashe, which could end the game.
Moon almost going in. I was going to say, you're now bringing to the table what Darshan and Moon have in their passives this late in the game, so they're even stronger now. They have been winning since the first minute. 10-3, 30 minutes on the clock. Clutch is just waiting for that final moment to do the last bit of work. I guess I should say the minions aren't doing. That first Nexus turret almost down. And yeah, there's a small ward out here that they can see what Clutch is deciding, what Clutch is doing, and it might be a dive in. They almost have PowerOfEvil. He gets the flash, though, to safety. Biofrost knocked to the back as they have Darshan in the front line. They should be able to take him down. Huni and Damonte focusing on Auto, and he goes down quick. Now the Cataclysm from Lira coming in onto Biofrost, and he goes down as Moon to the fountain. Waves are being made by Clutch right now as they take down the first Nexus turret. They are going to find the victory against CLG. And Clutch Gaming take the win over Counterlogic Gaming.
Very well played here by Clutch. An explosive finish to a very dominating game. These guys look so much better when they are playing their picks, when they are playing this sort of style. It feels like they are unlocked to make the sort of aggressive plays that they wanted to do. And you have to give a lot of credit to Vulcan, was so good in shutting down the engages that CLG was trying to pull off. Because to CLG's credit, it's not as though they just sat back and didn't even attempt. They tried to fight at the inhibitor, but Vulcan is rejecting Moon's engages, disengaging a lot of these opportunities. And honestly, this Alistar was very impressive to me.
If we can recall, from week 5 when they played GGS, we saw that Alistar when he was kind of faking out Ole. They'd miss the hits and boom, right in. That was kind of when I was like, all right, this Vulcan Alistar is something else. And the team plays around it. And it's like you said, when they get the Irelia down there, a huge pickup, it allows the map to be a little bit more free and the team to work together.
I mean, it just looks like a totally different player when Piglet is on the Irelia versus when he is on some of these marksman picks. You know, he looks much more confident. He is making plays for himself. He sees an opportunity and he doesn't have to wait for someone else to be on the same page with him because he can go for that. He can make the game-changing play, and that's the sort of style that a lot of these guys want to play. And they're all able to kind of do it because they can all dive. They can all get 1v1 kills. They can all, you know, pressure their lanes. And this was just a really well-played game here for Clutch.
And I feel like it kind of goes back to what Clutch started with, and I hope teams don't, not find them out, but see what they're doing is quick, because it was, we're always fighting, they had the Rumble, they kept going in with Camille, and then teams were like, oh, they want to fight all the time, we'll just stop. So it is hard, it is easy to just say we don't want to do that, so hopefully Clutch can come up with a little bit more. That was fun to watch. Let's send it down to Avli for an interview with Clutch's Flame Spitter in the top lane.
Thanks, guys. Huni, congratulations on the win. You played phenomenally on that Rumble today, and we're starting to see the old Huni that we know and love. So what did you think about that game?
Yeah, I mean, if I get the Rumble, it's like, I used to get like permaban on Rumble, get this like sniping ban. It was like recently right now, it's like I've not been playing like Rumble, so people's like kind of disrespect or not like unacceptable, like randomly picking Rumble. So I mean, I've played more than 10,000 games on the Rumble, so what's new?
What's new? You're the Rumble Pro. But kind of stepping outside this game, I kind of want to point to you. With the rough streak that Clutch has been having and kind of looking at you, we've seen you seem pretty disappointed after the losses. So what's been troubling you?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, there was a lot like problem from like earlier though split. Like we had a lot problem between our teammates and just like coaching staff and between like players. It's like having communication issues, and even each other for players, there's a lot of communication issues. And we're playing like really bad on stage especially, and playing really good on the stream. So like as long as we get more experienced and on the stage and then we just play like a scream as we practice it, I think I'm not really scared about it. And it'll be really great. Like I can't wait to see like more like for forwards, just like playing versus like TSM or like C9 and you know, Team look good.
Well, I'm looking forward to those games too. Huni, thank you and congratulations again. And to wrap up the day, let's hear from the State Farm Analyst Desk.
Thank you very much, Avli. Clutch Gaming come away with the victory in this one over CLG. And what I want to take a look at is the draft, because Kobe was talking about it right before the game started. Non-marksman bot lanes. Clutch Gaming is one of the teams that's been quite willing to do it here in the LCS, and they reach back into that pocket with the Irelia bot lane once again, and it pays off for them.
It was kind of served up to them on a silver platter, though, because CLG early rotation their bot lane, and it's Ashe, it's in the mobile champion. Ezreal was up, and so they could have gone for a safer choice, but they wanted more engage options. But that kind of started a kind of snowball effect where it just played more and more into Clutch's style of wanting a lot of engage and all-in champs against the mobile backlines.
Man, I think you can really tell that this is what Clutch enjoys to play, because when they play a normal style, they don't really look too stoked about it. But when they're doing this, like, yes, this is everybody gets to go in. And I think it really is clicking with Piglet, where he can participate a lot more, be really upfront, and create plays for himself. And the fact that CLG seemed to not even address that fact, they're just like, you guys do you. Like, I don't know about that one. Like, you want to kind of put a roadblock in that.
I have to wonder if Otto is just picking Ezreal because he's a rookie on the stage, or Ashe rather, is picking Ashe because like he's nervous to play on stage, or like his coach is like, here, just play something safe. But like out of all the teams to pick Ashe into, you probably shouldn't pick it to the person that likes to play Irelia bot.
Especially not early, and then it got compounded later where it's like, okay, they pick Lissandra, well, we pick Syndra, a good matchup. And then they took Zach, and at that point, it's like you now have no one you want to kidnap into your team. You now have to play this champion who goes in against an Alistar who's pretty hard to go on, and it felt like there was a lot of like comp-wise self-counter out of CLG's draft.
I think it makes sense if you're thinking we were struggling with engage before we made our subs. Like, we never engaged. So now we go with Zach and we go with Ashe with our two guys. We're going to do the same thing before, but you failed to adapt to the new team that you're playing against, and so it just looks bad. This would be great last week, right? This would be like, yeah, CLG, this is what we want to see. But now, like, okay, did you do your homework?
Right, because we were looking at the makeup of team fights and kind of asking ourselves, okay, in what world, in what scenario, what has to happen for CLG to win one of these team fights? And it almost felt like they had no options, because sure, Ashe can pump out damage if she's left alone to pump out damage, but you have 5 different threats essentially on the side of Clutch Gaming. Okay, that means Syndra is the most important person on the CLG side, and she would just get zeroed out at the beginning of every single fight.
Right. I really like this Rumble Jarvan synergy. I've had a lot of experience playing with Rumble, you know, so like when people are picking these immobile AD carries and mid laners, Rumble's a really strong champion, and I hope more top laners pick him up.
I would have liked to see a Kindred out of CLG to counter this, but we're going to take a look at one of these mid-game fights where you can really see just how strong Clutch is. Already their Alistar goes down, and they bait CLG into the 5v5. Darshan flashes in, but Piglet has the ultimate to combo, and it kind of looks good, but Rumble is there to just burn everyone.
I mean, look at Otto. He just gets no damage out in that fight because Tahm Kench has to run him away. The Rumble ult comes on top. The only thing he provides is a volley and an arrow.
That's not a lot.
Not a lot.
No, definitely not the case. And they wanted to feel like have this like diving backline. The Aatrox supposed to work with that as well, but you picked it into the Rumble, who, like Hai is saying, is a great champion for melee matchups and is really good against the mobile backlines. So it's like, I don't know how they win that game. They only had 1 point of pressure around mid, which is really the only thing they could go, but they had a weaker jungler matchup, so they couldn't even go aggressive early on, and it just felt like one of those games where you're left scratching your head going, something went wrong in pick ban.
All right, so let's talk about Clutch Gaming then, because I think signs of life here, right?
I'm happy. I have stock in them.
Exactly.
5 whole stocks.
Very, very happy you're following Kobe's trend of the 12 from the previous bye week. But I do want to talk about this squad because, all right, they've found a little bit of an identity, and you hear Avli talking to Huni on stage. The Cassiopeias, the Rumbles, a lot of these more damage-heavy, somewhat carry-oriented picks for him in the top lane have been bringing them some success. My question is this sustainable? Because we just talked about how CLG should have recognized the team they were playing against and guarded themselves either against that strategy or attacked that strategy a little bit more. Can these other top-tier teams take advantage of Clutch and this somewhat narrow yet focused strategy?
I think it is sustainable for now because a lot of teams don't have practice against it, since it seems like Clutch really is the only ones honing in on it. But if you can expand your style to have more than the Irelia in the bottom lane, you can do a lot more. It's going to be really difficult for teams to be ready for what you're going to do because they're always going to be trying to expect that. They might even spend bans on that, which should free you up to go back to the more natural style if you wanted to go that way.
And we did say, I think a week or two ago, that they're a bit of a dark horse for the playoffs. But
Right.
I think if they can sneak in, they would be a bit of a nightmare matchup for a lot of teams early on because they do have this own unique style, and you have to prepare for all these mages in the top lane. Rumble, technically a mage, I would say. And then their bot lane's playing these non-standard bot lanes. So it would be a really tough matchup to prepare for, as well as the fact that they're so volatile that like you could easily lose a game or two in a series.
Think of yourself as Otto, right? You're out there, you're scrimming with your team. You're like, okay, I play against Ezreal, I play against Kalista. I know what the matchups are, and then you go, okay, Irelia, Alistar, Jarvan. It's like, I have not played against this before, and now I'm against the LCS doing this. Like, what do? I don't have experience here.
Yeah, very much so. It's hard to fault a guy who hasn't had that amount of time on stage and against a strategy that most of the long-standing LCS players themselves have yet to play against. And so with only 2 weeks left in the regular season, these last few pushes in the standings could mean the difference between making playoffs or not. Cloud9 have locked their spot in the postseason. FlyQuest separated themselves into 4th at 7-7, while the top 3 extended their separation from the bottom pack, and the clump continued its usual swaps. Let's see how your predictions fared, though, here today. The only difference was in that 5th game of the day, so Crumbs, unfortunately, fall just short at 4-5 here with that CLG pick. Mark, you're just keeping pace then, though, because unfortunately there were no differences between you and I. But today felt like a pretty lopsided day, at least in terms of expectation.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty hard to call an upset today with how these matchups were. The last one was close, and I think you could see even StatsBot got it wrong. I would love to see StatsBot's totals because we were hyping it up at the beginning of the split.
I think they're still winning, so don't show it
I was
yet.
gonna say, it's a nebulous, it's beating you.
Wait till that's not true, and then let me bring this up again.
All right, fair enough.
Okay.
I'll keep my eyes on that. The standings may have shifted, but one thing hasn't changed. You took to Twitter to call out this week's LCS big plays. First up, Sergio Huerta freaked out over the game-turning Baron steal from Acadian. Take a look.
All those tools are available. Can they somehow bait Acadian out? Can they kill him or can they rush the Baron? And 100 Thieves, are they willing to risk it? They're gonna try Acadian! He does indeed get it!
1.8k. If they put it lower at all. I'm W in 2 seconds. I'm W in 2 seconds. I'm W in. I can W in. Okay, ready? Ready? 3, 2, 1. I'm going in.
Go, 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 go. Nice!
Back.
Nice, man, nice.
I might be able to get out.
Yeah, come here.
Flash.
Nice.
See, they made the call how I expected. 3, 2, 1, go. Makes sense. Everyone's on the dot.
It was the opposite of the C9 one, which was just like, go.
And it worked.
It's ours.
Yeah, this time around, a little bit more prep and planning for that one. Next up, True Blue Lou got a little excited when Wild Turtle went full late game on Jinx.
Down to the bottom side. Vulcan tries to make the play. JJ is going to be taken very low. Piglet trying to get the return kill. Barely secures it with the Acadian Rain, but one more shot from Wild Turtle. However, Echo Fox do not have the tools to fight back. The Stace is going to keep Pobelter alive. Wild Turtle's going to keep on popping off.
Turtle just absolutely taking over this game on the Jinx.
Got to look at those first 2 kills, which started the snowball towards that.
He's late game already.
Yeah, I was like, what does he have for items?
I mean, when you get a double kill in the bot lane as like a late game scaling ADC at 8 minutes, you feel like you're going to be late game no matter what, right?
And to be fair to Turtle, it is a non-standard bot lane a little bit in the sense where no one else is playing Jinx in North America, and he's making it look good this weekend.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to see more Kalista. Hit the ban table a couple times. We got one play, but I know Crumbs, I'm looking at you. We love that engagement.
I don't want to see more Kalista.
Why not?
We have a 56% win rate of early advantage pre-15, right? And Kalista is an early game champion.
So if you get the advantage, you're going to lose.
Yeah,
and that's not what we want here in NA.
I say roll into it. Just try to lower it more. See what happens.
I love it. I'm gonna need you rather to keep sending in those tweets so we can catch your favorite LCS moments from the week. Now, though, it's time for us to send it over to Freak for the LCS cooldown. Enjoy.
Thank you, Dash, and a special thank you to the analysts here who put up with him every day. It's
I like
amazing.
that touch.
Yes, absolutely. Hello, everyone. I am Freak, Kobe to my left. This is Bang in the middle. On the far side, we have Anda. Settle the debate. It is Anda, not Anda.
Yep.
Okay, just making sure. Cool. Just try to get that out there because we've had the back and forth. Overall, interesting weekend of the LCS. I believe 2 teams have locked. Every other team, though, still in the running for playoffs. I know it was an unlucky week for you guys, but how are you feeling?
For me, it was pretty bad, but at least we're getting better. So
that's good.
I try to keep calm.
Great.
Do you see yourself ever playing stuff like Irelia? Like we just saw Piglet in the bottom lane?
Yeah, I saw that twice on LCS, and I saw it Scream too. It was pretty good. Like, so good at cheese at early level. Yeah, it's good.
Cool. All right, maybe next week, couple Irelia games, easy wins. Now, we've got a few games overall lineup for our guests today, and if they can score enough points, they'll go home with this mystery prize over here. There are 12 points to earn. If they can get 8, that will be enough to win the prize. I know what's in it. They'll figure it out soon enough. First, though, it is time for Scion Speedway, where we test the pros' drifting skills on a makeshift racetrack around Summoner's Rift. Sadly, with how fast the games went, Anda wasn't able to practice ahead of time, so we're running his run later on when he can practice. Competitive integrity, very important for Scion Speedway. Bang, however, did get a little bit of time. We'll be doing his run live on air in just a second. So, Bang, are you ready for Scion Speedway?
Yeah, I'm ready, but I'm not comfortable about that.
You will be very...
Yeah, it's pretty... I practice a little, but...
Don't worry. I've seen a lot of the other pros do it that were really confident, and they were bad.
Okay.
Okay, when you're ready, get up there?
Yep.
Okay, good luck, Bang.
Oh, Bang.
Was there?
Yep. When you unpause, the time starts.
Yeah. Oh. Do it?
Okay. Yep.
All right.
Okay.
I'm ready.
That's it.
How do you think it's going to do, Anda?
From his practice?
I think
not very well.
From his practice?
That's true.
And he's
Okay.
Usually, do educated players like do well usually? Or?
The fastest run is Huni. But like the support's done really well actually.
Yeah.
Acadian's run is really bad.
Oh my god.
I can see that.
I just run.
Yeah, like Invert's faster than him.
Did you give him any coaching on when to use flashes maybe, or?
That's a good line though. He got through that.
Oh my god, I didn't...
Oh!
This is actually still not a bad run.
Yeah.
Overall, this is actually reasonable.
I've definitely seen worse.
I think he does.
Okay, can you
Please
dodge
God.
this? Can you dodge this?
Thread the needle.
Okay,
Yeah,
decent run.
yeah.
It's not first, but it's probably top 6.
Top 6.
I think it's top 6.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, come on back. That was solid.
Especially for an 80 carry player. Yeah, we haven't had too many 80 carries on.
Yeah. Scion bot lane next week? Scion bot lane?
No. Probably not. Probably not.
Okay, fair enough. For those who missed it, by the way, on Reddit last week, we do time the runs down to the frame. So when we get confirmation of the timer, we will know when it was, what the overall time was. Starts when the unpause ends, and the timer ends when the laser shows up on the fountain.
So since Huni also did it pretty well, I mean, know you've done Lucian 1v1s with Huni.
Yeah.
Would you be confident in a Scion 1v1 with Huni?
I'm not sure because even I didn't play Scion even I'm on solo rank. So.
6.
Oh!
I was exactly right.
Nice.
Top 6. I know my
Oh,
score
I'm
board.
better than Darshan.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my god.
Better than Invert, better
And
than
Broken Blade. He's another top laner.
better than Viper, better than Damonte. I mean, this is incredible stuff. And when you get the chance to run, you're gonna beat that time though, right?
For sure. I'm
Okay,
probably
good.
the best driver here.
Nice.
That's perfect. That's good stuff. So for our next segment, we're bringing back Lawlistrations, but instead of showing off MS Paint skills, today Bang and Anda will be showing us that they can sculpt. We've got a few stations set up with modeling material, and each person will have 45 seconds per champion selected earlier in the day from the online audience. And if your partner can guess the champion that you sculpted with the clay, then you get a point towards the mystery prize. So you can both head on over, and we'll take 45 seconds each of you to sculpt per character. I believe you can both go up there. And I believe you'll have a card with the champion on it.
All right, it
And
sounds
45
pretty
seconds
hard.
each.
This is not a lot of time, by the way.
Oh my god.
So try.
Yes.
Yeah, safety first.
Safety.
Do we actually have to like make the champion, or can
It's
we
the
do
champion on the card because I have like the official copy back here.
Can we
as
do
well.
like their weapons or something?
Yeah. Do whatever you think will have the other person guess what's on the card.
Okay.
And remember, this is not a lot of time, so just trying to.
Yeah,
do as best
only we
possible.
have 45 seconds.
45
Yeah,
seconds
45.
for each champion, so 45, 45, 45.
Who goes first?
I think, okay, you're actually at the same time, like the same 45 seconds, you're each doing one champion, and then it moves forward.
All right.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay.
Ready.
So on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, go. Champion 1.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
That's a good start.
Oh
right.
my god. How can we make...
Maybe we need to get a closer look. All right. I think he's going for a weapon. Unless it's Cassiopeia, Snake Champion.
Okay. I'm working. Wait, do we just...
Yeah, I mean, you keep going for the 1. Because you have 45 seconds for your first champion.
Bang, bang, bang.
All right. All right.
20 seconds left. Well, you just finish sculpting first.
You finish sculpting?
Finish
Yeah.
sculpting, you guess later.
Oh, okay, okay.
Sculpt your 1 champion.
Oh, one
Don't move over. Finish 1 champion in 45 seconds. 8 seconds left for the first champion.
I like Banks. He's got like a
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let it go.
Okay.
All right, and we'll pick up your sculptures for champion number 1. Joel will do the honors. And we will guess a little bit later on the show what these characters are. Thank you very much.
Oh, we don't guess now. Okay.
All right, champion number 2, are you ready? Look at your cards.
What?
All right, 1, 2, 3, go. Champion number 2,
Yeah.
begin the sculpt.
Well, I mixed up. All right, never mind.
That's okay.
This...
Bang going with a similar strat again. Right onto the platform here.
I believe.
What are you feeling? Anda's got multiple pieces going on here.
Maybe it's like Zach Blob with something, I don't know.
Bloblets or Syndra or something like that.
I haven't actually looked at the cards.
Oh,
Like, technically,
no,
I
please.
can know the answer, but I haven't looked at the blob yet, so.
Oh,
I'm not cheating.
Bang made like a lane.
This is impressive. 5 seconds to go. 3,
Oh.
2, 1. All right, hands down.
Oh my god.
Okay, sculpture number 2. This is good.
Nice. All right, Joel.
All right. All right. We're getting there.
What did you make?
I think you get a little explanation with it.
We'll see. Okay, final one. Are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. This is gonna be
All right.
beautiful.
Number 3. This has to be the best one. You've had practice.
Okay.
All right. All right. Oh, misplay here. We dropped a piece.
Uh-oh. I like the music. It's very, like, a little intense.
Yeah. It feels kind of.
20 seconds.
9 seconds.
20. 15.
Bang's got a lot of top-down strategy going.
Yeah.
And isn't that got some nice statues going though?
Maybe he's like making faces.
Good height on this one over here, the yellow.
Yeah. I wonder if the color matters. It's like color-coded. Doesn't seem to be. Okay, time is up. Put your clay down. All right. I have belief in all of you. This was perfect. You are both great. Let's get on back.
What did you make?
I'm trying to come up with my guesses for these. It looks so difficult just looking down at them. I don't know if I'd be able to do any champion in 45 seconds.
I have one
All
theory
right.
for one of them, and that's it. Okay, so Bang's first sculpture was this one.
Yep.
So Anda, if you would like to guess what it is that Bang sculpted, you can take the sculpture.
All right.
What is it that Bang created here?
All right, it's a champion.
Definitely a snake. So I'm gonna say Cassiopeia. Can I say?
So you're
Candy?
guessing Cassiopeia?
Yeah, I guess that's my best guess. Pretty sure.
All right, Cassiopeia. What was
Bang.
the correct answer, Bang?
It was Jin. Jin's gun.
It's Jin's
Oh!
He has 4 bullets.
Yes.
Oh, I like that.
4 bullets in the
4
gun.
bullets.
Make sense?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I get it, but okay.
I give you
sorry.
credit. I wouldn't have been able to guess it myself, though.
But that's really, really clever.
Nice.
Okay, so nice try. Go ahead and grab Anda's right here. I believe that's the blue one. What did Anda create for you?
This is the 3rd champ one.
He was
okay,
doing
so- okay,
he was
so
doing
got it.
this motion too when
yeah.
he was sculpting it.
Okay.
Bang, bang.
Yes. Pantomiming it. What has he made?
What?
Good start.
Honestly, what are the defining characteristics? Does the color matter?
Yes.
The color
The
does
color
matter.
matters.
Oh, I'm thinking of Fizz then.
Oh no, I don't get it. To anyone, any champ.
Any champion.
Toby says
It doesn't have to be champion. It could be like. Part of the
Oh
champion
yeah, it could be a
kit.
part of the
Like
champion
your gun.
kit,
because you drew a gun, for
like a
example.
gun or a shark.
Shark. Peace?
Fizz?
Yeah.
Yeah!
Actually?
He drew a Fizz shark. Okay, beautiful. This is a good start.
I got it because of his motion during that
Absolutely.
one. All right, Bang's number 2.
All right, Bang made this. Anda,
Oh man.
who did he create?
All right, remember the first one was a gun. So this could be a part.
Has to be a bow, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Bow and arrow. But let me see, what else could it be? Was it this way? Yeah.
Yeah,
that
could be an
that
eyeball.
way.
Scuttle crab is
Yes,
what it
that seems like
reminds
snake.
me of.
But it has to be a champion though, right? Yeah, champion.
They are all champions,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll say Ashe.
Ash?
No. Oof. Bang.
Where's Aurelion?
Aurelian
Soul.
Soul.
It's supposed to be like
Dragon circle.
yeah, it's circle.
Oh, it broke.
But it's broken.
It's,
Oh, he's got the orbit.
Yeah.
I thought it was the orbit.
this is so hard.
This is difficult. I'm sorry. All right, next up, grab that middle one, I guess.
All right. Again,
This
4
is the middle one from you, Anda.
Yeah.
Okay,
Not my greatest work, but
that's okay.
4 red pieces, different sizes.
okay.
Okay.
What else has little pieces?
Skills.
Skills. What are the skills that have little pieces?
Red.
And they're red.
Color counts.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh my god. What is this?
Oh, I know. Or I think I know.
You
I have
think
a
you
guess.
know?
What is
Okay.
this? Please. Oh.
So my guess
Uh-huh.
is Aatrox because it has multiple Qs and they get bigger or they change sizes.
Okay.
Oh my
That might not be it though.
Oh my god, sorry.
I might be baiting you.
I cannot understand this.
Okay. All right, we gotta throw out a
right,
random
give
one.
him a
there.
hint.
Masterpiece.
Anda, give him a hint.
Give me a hint, please.
Yeah. Teamwork.
Ninja.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a big hint.
So we got like Shen, Zed, Akali. What are the other? Kennen.
What? Ninja and color.
A red ninja.
Red ninja.
All right, now I definitely know what it is.
Now it's free.
Please. Why I don't know? Please.
Ooh.
No time. Oh, wow.
FLICKR has one of these.
So does Rita.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got it.
It's Zed.
Yeah. Is it that? Yeah.
Yeah.
How can it be
Looks
that?
just like him.
Shuriken.
All right. Oh.
He's
And
got
there's the head with the mask.
It is a face.
Yeah.
The face is this angle.
Yeah,
I
that's
see,
the
I
face.
see, I see. Nice.
Oh
The
my
face and
god.
shurikens.
All right, Bang's final one, the
Bang.
blue.
I agree that was
This
fraudulent.
one is coming off as well.
All right.
It's
What
got
is,
like a star thing in the middle.
what is Bang's masterpiece?
How's it like this?
These three.
Okay.
Okay. Right side up.
Oh man, this is a hard one.
Now you can't help because now you cheated.
now I can't help. I peeked at the answer. This one is hard.
Was he blue?
Andy,
Not
can you hold it
really.
up for the camera so we can get a better shot at it?
This way?
Yeah, with the droopy bit on top. So it looks like a person holding a thing over his head. You got like a stick figure person holding something long.
Who holds something long?
It's like a long whip or something, but that there's no.
You want to
players
give a
that have
hint,
whips.
Bang?
whip?
It's bot champion.
Bot?
Bottom champion.
Like bot or support or both?
Oh.
Yes.
Too much? Holds a whip or something.
What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
I can't.
I know. It's because you read, you can't do it. This is what you get for cheating. You could normally give the hints, Kobe. Ooh.
All right, one more hint.
One more hint.
One more hint.
We'll make it free.
One more hint?
Yeah.
Support.
Support?
Support that holds a whip or
Holds a
something.
whip or something.
Maybe a lasso. And has a high noon skin with a lasso.
High noon. High noon.
Oh no. He has the skin, right? Like I'm not trolling.
Yeah, this is close.
He? Yeah, Yasuo? Oh, Lucian. Wait.
I mean, support. That's support.
Support. Is this
Support
meta right now?
Yasuo.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's got a high noon skin. It's a support with a high noon skin.
You've played against it probably this week. I'm not actually sure about that, but
Yeah, no.
Sentence.
Alistar, no.
Nope.
Oh, Thresh.
Sentence.
That's Thresh! Hey, we got there. It was beautiful. All right, no hints required. It was Thresh.
I decided that this game is too hard.
Yeah, okay. One final guess, and made this. Yeah, go ahead, fix it.
All right, I'm not looking at this one.
All right, Bang. Final guess.
2 yellow statues. All of Anda's, the color has been important. Is the color important on this one?
Not
No.
really.
Not really. Okay.
Definitely not. Looking at the answer, no.
Otherwise, I would have thought some Blitzclink related, but it's not. Okay.
2 figures.
Oh, Andy.
Andy, what did you make?
Andy. All right, are there faces? Are there faces on these ones, like the other one?
This way? Or
Yeah,
Anyway.
kind of.
anyway? She seems like trophy.
Oh, like a trophy?
Yeah, this
Okay,
one.
yeah.
This.
All right, Andy, give us one hint.
Can I give a too obvious one or no?
Sure. Yeah, go for it.
A tree.
A tree.
A tree.
Yeah.
It's either Maokai or Ivern then. Oh, there's 2 things.
Oh my god, Ivan.
Wait,
Yes.
they both do 2 things.
Yeah, it's Ivern.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I mean, the hint's even better than the statue. But
I was thinking the other thing was going to be a sapling, but the
Oh,
other thing's
right.
Daisy.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Equal size.
Yeah, it's the same size.
All right.
Nice.
So hints included, 4 points. So you're halfway there to winning this prize.
Nice.
That's good. So, I mean, amazing sculpting, right? Can we get the round of
Well
applause?
done. That's super
internet?
difficult.
Yes.
I have a game for you that is not quite as difficult. On the show, we have had Kobe facts before, and to earn the rest of the available points, we are going to play this game. I am going to quiz you on some trivia. The trivia does have to do with your partner that is here with you. Some of the questions. Some of the questions also have to do with yourself specifically. This time, there's only going to be 1 lifeline. It's kind of loosely based on some other trivia games, but there's only going to be 1 lifeline, and Freak gets to decide who gets the lifeline based on
Favorite sculpture?
what was your favorite sculpture?
I actually really like Bang making Thresh here. So Bang.
That one?
Yeah.
That was good.
So if there's a question you need help, if you need help, you get a lifeline. You can ask for help, and you'll get help in
You
that
can
question.
phone a friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, let's head over.
Let's do it. Okay.
We're going to test your knowledge. We also have cards with Korean, the questions in Korean for you, Ben.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Appreciate.
All right.
So,
I'll sit in the center, actually. My bad. All right. Are you guys ready?
yeah.
The first question is going to be for Anda.
All right.
We actually are going to switch the cards because we got the Korean answers on this one as well.
Yeah.
And there we go. All right. Anda, as a former world champion, Bang has been immortalized with 2 skins in League of Legends.
Wow.
What are the champions that those 2 skins are for?
Kalista and Jin.
Boom! Instant answer, correct! 2015 was Kalista, 2016 was Jin.
Boom.
Very,
He
very
always
nice.
brags about it, so.
He always brags about it? Does he use those skins if he ever plays the champions?
Not recent, or Jin and solo queue, but sometimes it's Kalista. Yeah.
Does it give you some pride? I really like the Jin one, by the way. I think that one's my favorite.
Oh yeah.
The dance.
Very elaborate. All right, next question is for Bang.
Okay.
Are you ready? What former LCS player is Anda related to?
Oh.
Now, a lot of fans know this.
Yeah. I don't think he knows, but.
The choices are,
X Fisher?
hold on, we got choices here, so it's multiple choice. High is one choice. He's been on the analyst desk. Special is one of the choices. That's choice C. Skara is one choice. You know the streamer. And D is Balls, the top laner for Cloud9.
Yeah.
And FlyQuest.
Lifeline.
You can use
Lifeline.
You want to use your lifeline?
Lifeline.
All right, he's gonna phone a friend.
Your lifeline is me. He is Balls' cousin.
Freak says Balls is his cousin.
Do you believe him?
Read his
Actually,
face.
I didn't know balls.
Balls went to Worlds. He got a pentakill at Worlds.
Oh really?
He did.
He went towards many times.
It was the world you won.
Just boss, trust and freak.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Oh my god.
Can learn some LCS history on this show as well, actually. All right, and next question is for you. Are you ready?
Ready.
What is Bang's all-time most played champion? It's a little stats question here. Have you seen some highlights maybe? Option A is Ezreal, B, Jhin, C, Caitlyn, and D, Ashe.
Do you know this one, Bang?
I didn't know either.
You don't know?
Yeah, I didn't
Your
know either.
all-time, you have played a lot of games. This is definitely a difficult one.
I feel like
This is competitive only though, it's not solo queue, so no weird champions.
I'm gonna think Ezreal or Jhin maybe, but
That sounds
Caitlyn
pretty
too.
good.
Ezreal's been around the longest probably at it, but I guess Ashe and Caitlyn too, but you've been playing a lot of Ezreal. But you don't have a skin for Ezreal.
Games played has nothing to do with World's victories though.
I'll just say, since his favorite champion's Ezreal, I'll just go Ezreal.
Ezreal, is that your final answer?
Yeah.
I think that's correct.
That is correct! Well done. That was a close one. All right, Bang, this one is for you.
Yep.
Which of the following players has the most kills in a Worlds game? Is the answer A, Bang, B,
Oh.
Anda, C, Cody-san, or D, FLICKR? Holds the record for the most kills in a game at Worlds.
It seems too obvious.
Is it obvious?
Yeah, definitely FLICKR.
Definitely FLICKR?
Yeah.
Really? Is that your final answer?
Yeah. FLICKR.
How many?
Incorrect! It is your boy Anda here! Talia,
12 kills.
12 kills, absolutely blasted, doing NA proud.
It's in one game.
FLICKR, for,
really?
for the record, FLICKR did have a 10-kill game.
Yeah.
Pretty close, but not up to the level of your jungler here.
Oh, then we are better.
Better Talia.
I guess I'm better than FLICKR and Bang. So.
All right, we're coming back to Enda for the next question. Are you ready?
I already know this one.
Okay. In 2015 Worlds, Bang set a world record for cumulative KDA, dying only once in group stage. What was his highest combined KDA? You said you already know the answer. A, 22, B, 46, C, 55, or D, 73.
See, he bragged about this one.
Sounds like it's your final answer already. We don't even ask the question. Bang, I bet you know the answer as well. That's correct. D, 73
Because
KDA.
when Chovy had like a really high KDA, like 150 or something. Bang, he
So,
had like
you brought it up.
73.
So you do know some of your own
Yeah,
stats.
I said that at time too.
But
KD.
you didn't know about Anda's world record.
Because he didn't say to me.
You need to brag more to your teammates. All right, bonus question. This is going to be the last question here. This is an extra special Kobe fact. What part of the human body...
Body.
Oh, wait, we have one more question. Never mind. Special question comes after one more for Bang.
Okay.
What former LCS player... did we get the cards out of order? Here we go. Final question,
lane?
Bang. Which lane does Anda help the most based on your jungle proximity? So the amount of time spent close to one of the lanes. Top lane, mid lane, bottom lane, or D, he AFK farms.
Okay. I knew this.
You know this.
What?
Top lane, someday?
Yeah, someday.
Someday's getting all the help.
Camping for someday? Yeah.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, top.
Top is the final answer. It's actually mid lane.
Mid is
Helping out Huni, helping out the new guy.
Holy God, of course.
Oh.
Solar Guy's actually done really well so far, by the way. I'm a big fan.
I saw you stay a lot of top in screens.
Scrim's kind of
Oh,
swaying the time here.
We're leaking our strats.
All right, I spoiled the
right.
bonus question a little bit already,
Yep.
but now we're actually gonna read the entire question.
And they've already got 8 points, so they're gonna win anyway.
Nice.
For the bonus question, just for the extra feather in your hat, what part of the human body do vampire bats prefer to bite?
Sorry, I don't get it. Sorry. Human body.
So the answers are A, hand, B, neck, C, stomach, or D, toe.
Oh.
If there's a vampire bat,
Yeah, by me.
it was gonna bite you.
Yeah.
Where would it bite you? Anda, you can also answer. There's a bonus question.
Is he
You guys
or-
have already won, by the way.
Is he or she?
No, I saw the answer on your sheet, so I'm not gonna guess.
Oh, you saw it already?
Neck.
Neck?
Yeah.
That seems like the most likely, right, for
Yeah.
vampires?
Yeah.
The answer is actually D, toe. Vampire bats, I feel like it's because of some easy access when you're sleeping or something. Maybe if you're
on the foot.
Yeah, easy to get to the toe. All right, well, congratulations. You guys won without the bonus question. Freak, please bring over the prize.
All right. I gotta say, it's a good prize.
I'm actually curious what this is.
I know what it is. It's actually great. Who wants to open it?
thank-
Who gets
thank
the
you.
honors?
Me?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
All right.
you.
I like the wrapping paper too. Do you
Yeah,
guys?
it's nice. That's custom.
Oh.
You know what it is just by looking at it? I had no idea what that is.
It's really
A
fun.
sport game.
Yeah.
The bang.
This is bang.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's actually
you.
really fun.
So you definitely played this before.
Yeah, maybe billion times.
A billion times.
Also, I had this maybe 10 more. Appreciate. I don't have this in NA.
Okay, great.
Perfect. Now
So you have it in
one
English.
Yeah.
That's
Can
great.
share the joy of playing Bang with the rest of your team.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
Our
You wanna
producer thought he
show
was
the
gonna be.
box?
There we go. Bang the card game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
gotta-
All
you
right.
gotta shoot the sheriff.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Also, this is my nickname. I mean,
Yes.
I
Because of
followed
this?
this from at the beginning.
Uh-huh.
So when I chose my nickname, I saw this board game, so I chose Bang.
Already before
I didn't
this.
know that.
That's actually really
That's cool. It's from the board game you chose the name. That's really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for that story. Thank you for clarifying that it is indeed Anda. Kobe, thank you for being you. And on behalf of myself and the rest of the casters and the rest of the crew, thank you for watching. We'll see you next week for more of the LCS where 100 Thieves make their run and make it back into playoffs.
A region of 200 IQs, a region for fun. You've just crossed over into the Fiesta Zone.
Yeah, good peeling from Saligo to keep
Oh, bang!
Oh, Ezreal dash in. I will see ulti.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Fighting mid.
Coming down. Ezreal, he's low.
Ezreal flash.
Ezreal's one. Okay, good.
Alistar next.
Alistar, no flash.
Now they're on to Anda. Saligo's just on the side. He's going to take the claw into the Ring of Frost, but he's still not able to provide much damage. And they are just dropping 100 Thieves left and right, turning upside down, shaking out the lunch money.
Yo, Eugene is fighting. Eugene is fighting. Okay, I'm coming. Yo, help Eugene. Help Eugene. Help Eugene.
We're coming.
Aatrox no flash.
Look Tristana after. Look Trist.
They finally got the Jax. However, Echo Fox do not have the tools to fight back. The Stace is going to keep Pobelter alive, while Turtle's going to keep on popping off.
But he was just hiding in the brush, trying to get the kills down.
Oh, here he goes.
Goes in for it. One last shot back. It's heated.
Oh, it's 1 HP.
He's literally 1 HP.
Yeah, coming back. I'm basing, guys.
I'm slowly, guys. We can win. Slowly here.
Okay. Just one base. Nice.
But Darshan, this ultimate's going to expire, and they can get this dive down. Lira should wait for it.
Bottles on the back line trying to spit in the arrows, but it's not going to be enough. PowerOfEvil gets jumped on. He's in the Cataclysm. He's cooked up. And the kills coming in from Huni. Focusing on Auto, and he goes down quick. Now the Cataclysm from Lira coming in onto Biofrost, and he goes down.
I mean, I've played more than 10,000 games on the Rumble, so what's new?
Gonna get the Dragon Strike. He goes in. And first blood over to Contracts. Core JJ will look to stop him here. The Winter's Bite comes through for Ole. He needs to block the tongue, but he won't do it. Core JJ.
Okay, I'm looking TP there. I'm looking TP. His flash is up in 2 seconds. His flash is 2 seconds.
Smithy coming in from behind, looking to make the plays happen, grabbing himself one, kicking back the other. You can't give this one away. You've got to make some sort of a fight happen here. Haunts are going to be taken very low. The Jets is already gone, like Deathly's already gone. Devil is already on a killing spree. And Golden Guardians lost the fight before it ever started.